we were being gutsy because Jacqueline had her face right down there when I opened the black tank. So if that hose had disconnected,
you would have been in trouble.
Oh crap. Boy, that would have been scary. I would have been sleeping on the couch.
Restaurants, hotels, bakeries, shopping, spas, breweries, Fifth Avenue,
Dave Hudson.
So far, Ouray does not disappoint. Everybody said that it was an amazing town. The views are breathtaking. Around every corner we've seen, you know, a better view and a better view. Our RV park that we're staying at is fabulous. We have the river, I guess it's the river, San Juan? Not sure. Do you know what it is?
Starts with P.
Okay, well, we'll look that up. The river is right in the background. And then we walked into town last night and we met some viewers, so that was fun. We met Alan and Heather. Thank you guys so much for reaching out. Went out to dinner with them and it was fabulous. And the company was fabulous as well. Right now we're going to look for waterfalls. You ready to do that?
I'm ready for waterfalls.
Let's go.
Little TLC.
Yeah. All right, we parked and now we're gonna go pay. It's $5 a person to get in, and we'll see what you can do. And I'll probably go up I think there's a big staircase to go up, but that might hurt coming down for you.
Yeah, that's not happening today.
Yeah, it is for me.
One issue that I have with hiking, I love hiking, is when we start going downhill, my knee right there gets really tender, like to the point where you can feel it shoot up into your head and down to your feet. Not sure why. I might look into how to strengthen that, but it's painful. But when we're on level ground, it's not nearly as bad as when we start to go downhill, or even uphill a little bit, but worse downhill. So oh well, no pain, no gain, right honey?
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun. Here, let me give a stick to bite on. There you go.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Did you still have fun?
I had a great time. It's just now the knee's locked up, and so we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm incredibly worried about it.
Oh, how was that?
It was good, but you see my adjustment, my catch.
Maybe if you hurt the other knee, you'll be walking steady.
Yeah, don't ever go into medical practice. So it's probably hard to hear me, but we're coming up on the lower falls, and it is screaming down through this canyon. And yesterday we walked the high bridge right above where we are right now, but man alive, that water is creating some serious energy As we walk this little bridge, they have it so that you can't jump over, which is a good thing. But now we're gonna walk down even farther, down to the waterfall.
All right, I'm heading to the Upper Falls Trail since it's up pretty high and it would take Dave a really long time and it would probably what's the word? I can't even say it. Made it worse. So I'm gonna head up and see what I see up here and take some video for him so that he gets to see, doesn't have to feel like he missed out. And here it is. The views are amazing, even if it's not falls, you know? All the mountains, it's just beautiful everywhere. Here in Ouray is beautiful, and I can see why so many people choose to move here. A lot of people that we've talked to here these past couple of days have said that they just came here, fell in love with it, and decided to move here, and I can see why. So people ask us a lot about why we have a gas truck and why not diesel. So how do you think that the gas truck works in the mountains?
I think the gas truck works amazingly because we have the F-250 with the Godzilla engine, the 7.3 liter. I think it pulls great, but then again, our rig is under 10,000 pounds. It's actually at 10,000 pounds gross vehicle weight, but it works great. I love our gas, and it, you know, from what I've been told, the average is you're looking at you know, $10,000 cheaper right out of the gate, from what I've been told. So nice. And I like the gas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how does it handle in the mountains? What are you doing?
It works great. I use the gas brake or the engine brake coming down the passes to keep it from having to use the brakes. And I go into manual, I go into auto, and I flip back and forth. When it gets steep hills, I go to manual and I paddle down the gears so that we let the engine do the work. Otherwise, you're riding the brakes, and you do not want to do that, because if your brakes go, you're pretty much done. The thing about driving in the mountains is slow and go. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't worry about people behind you. Get in the right lane when you can. Let them by. Sometimes if I have a huge line behind me, I'll just find a turn off and pull over and let everybody go. But it's just slow and go. You don't want to get too ahead of yourself, because that's when you get into trouble, overshoot a turn or something like that. So just slow and go through the mountains. Enjoy the scenery.
We are enjoying the scenery for sure.
Hi.
I just love driving through places that we've never seen and we have no idea that they're here.
place. That would be one heck of a climb. I'm sure he's done it before, but wow.
Front row here.
Which one's the...
Right here.
Which one's the... It's kind of a neat place.
It is. So we pulled in and they cleared a spot for us, and it was 100% level. And at this harvest house there is another person staying. She has a van and she has a tattooing business, which is so cool. The people that you meet out on the road, you know, it's so fun.
So the idea is to drink wine and then get tattoos.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a tattoo, do it before you start drinking wine. Just some advice.
See, I would have gone the other way.
So I noticed that our leveler buckets for our front jacks are on this rock, and that it's actually bending it. And Dave says that it could snap it off, so we don't want that. So we're actually going to pull them back up, and then we're gonna back up just an inch and then go back down again. Little more. Okay. Just made it. Yep. Keep going.
And then all of a sudden it's like how our energies match. Like it is really fucking just like fascinating. Yeah. Exactly.
And the pièce de résistance. So our venue is right up there.
We have like 17 miles to go. We'll be fine. That'll stay up there.
So we drove 20 feet.
25.
I guess with that bad knee, when you have to carry the big speakers.
Don't mess with me. I'm injured.
Aww, poor baby.
We won't need no wine. We won't need no other stuff to slowly do it fine. Being close and tasting love. When the night's at ends, close the curtains way up tight and then we'll just pretend. There's a day but still the night. If I can hold you tonight, I'm here to let go.
You're going to be really surprised with what I'm going to talk about. Welcome to another Healthy Living Tip with Jacqueline. Today, I want to talk about something that might be a little bit uncomfortable for some of you. When you're following a lower carb diet, sometimes you might not have a lot of movement, let's just say. So that's what I'm talking about today. Yes, Dave, that's what I'm talking about today. Some of the things that you can do to help that would be drinking more water. Okay, so that's tip number one. Tip number two is eating more fibrous vegetables. So that would be like broccoli and spinach. Tip number three, move your body more, get some exercise, you know, go out and take a walk. The next tip would be chia seeds or flax seeds. So you could have a little bit of those. Or you could use one of the sugar-free fiber supplements. So all of those things, you know, will increase your fiber. And then the last thing, actually two more things, I would recommend this Smooth Move tea, which is all natural, and it works. And then lastly, if you really have to, you could go with some Miralax. Now you don't want to do that too often, and in that case, you know, if you are doing that too often, you would probably want to check with your doctor. And this doesn't happen all the time, but I just thought I'd talk about it because it is something that could, you know, be a result of a low carb diet, and that can be really uncomfortable. Hope this helps. And that's been another healthy living tip with Jacqueline. It says see camp host. Oh, for firewood. Is this the camp host? I don't know where the office is.
Yeah.
Did they say it was a contactless check-in or anything? Did they give you a site number?
I do have a site number.
Awesome. What might that be?
Site 6.
Back in RV site. Yes. Maybe it's along that river. You want me to go get out and look?
This is 25. Yeah. Thank you.
Nice. I will go look and see what sites these are, hoping that our site backs onto this little river. That would be nice. So we're looking for site 6. It's right up here. 6. That's a tight one.
I want to go around there
Yep.
because I think that the site angles a little bit for the road. Plus, these trees are really low hanging.
Can you see me? You got room. You got room. All right, so Dave's trying to get around the bend here so that he has the room to back in. The sites are not huge, and we have a pretty small fifth wheel. It's under 30 feet, just under. Beautiful area though, so I think this will work out. But he was right to change the angle of his back in. There are some some trees that are kind of encroaching on our space, but we should still have plenty of room.
So this is a crazy setup. We came in, Jacqueline went and scoped it out for our site. We're site 6, but the numbers are so small, you really have to look. The one far over there is actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're one off.
We thought they started at 3 because you can see the sign for 3.
Right.
But you can't see the sign for 2. So we're actually one site closer this way. We
Right.
should be one over.
Right. And it took us a lot to get in here, so we got to pull back out, go to
Yeah.
the next site. Boy, you got to figure it out as you go, and that's just part of doing it. And that's the nice thing about boondocking. You just go and do it.
So it says 3. It starts with 3 over here. And it looks like 3 is that site. Right? 3. So to me, that looks like that site's 3. This site is 4. That site is 5. And we're in 6. But if you really look at that site, there's a tiny little 2 over here that shows you that it's actually site 2 and not site 3. And the 2 is way over here. So that makes 2, 3, 4, and we're in 5. So we need to go one more that way. Kind of a pain, but you know what? We have nowhere to be. Today we moved a whole 4 minutes away, so whatever, you know, you just take your time, be patient about it, because if you get all anxious, you know, and excited about it and you're rushing, then chances are you're gonna make an error and maybe wreck something, and we don't want to do that.
Now this is one of the coolest parts about staying at this particular RV park. The river is right there. RV, river. So last night I was a little worried about the water coming up, so I set a little stone outside as a marker so I could kind of reference how high the river is getting, and it went up over the rock. So we got up a couple times last night and just checked it as we were got up to use the bathroom and looked outside with the flashlight, and everything was good. But having this here is really nice. The hard part is you keep thinking you're leaving fans on because you hear the river all the time. So you're always like, what's on, especially when you're boondocking. We're not boondocking here, but you get so used to not leaving things on when you're boondocking because of the power. So I keep hearing the river, and then I go back to boondocking phase and I keep running to see if fans are turned on. But it's beautiful. Here, I'll give you one more shot. And there's Jacqueline cooking, and she's live on YouTube right now, I believe. I'm gonna tune in. We definitely had to check the slide for branches on this one because there are so many trees around here and a lot of dead tops. So Jacqueline's up there right now. You don't want debris on the top of your slide when we pull it in, because it can, you know, rip your seals or get jammed up in there, and then they're inside of your rig too. And you want to check for bugs too, because if there's like a spider nest up there or something. There she is.
A lot of branches up here. Solar panels have a lot of stuff on them. And the slide.
There's one thing that's nice about our rig. It's designed to, you can stand on the slide. Some rigs don't want you, or some manufacturers don't want you standing on the slide, but we stand on the slide one at a time. We don't both stand up there, but yeah, you can stand right up there and sweep it off.
It's cold.
It's really chilly.
And we're leaving this nice little RV park that had the river running through it and was pretty quiet here.
Yeah, it was quiet, but noisy in a good way because of the river, the sound of the river the whole time.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
And now we're excited to be going out boondocking. Boondocking, here we come.
Boondocking. Say it. Boondocking.
No. Boondocking, here we come.
Yeah,
But
so
it's gonna be cold.
and it's supposed to snow midnight tonight through Sunday night. So we will
tonight
be out.
is Friday.
Tonight's Friday. Thank you. And so it's going to be chilly and it's going to snow, and we're going to go for it. Plenty of propane and warm clothes.
And like you said, I guess it's time to play cards, right?
It's time to play cards.
I can color in my coloring book.
You can color in your coloring book. You can.
We can play cards and just stay nice and toasty warm together. And we have friends out there.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah, we can cuddle with them too. A lot of cuddling going on. Boondocking.
Okay. Sounds nice.
All right.
All right, here we go. It's what, 15 minutes down the road? 20 minutes?
14 miles.
14 miles.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another episode of the Border Hookups Go RVing, and please remember to subscribe and to ding that bell so that we can let all of you know as to when we have more episodes coming out.
If you liked what you saw in this video, give us a thumbs up and place a comment below so we know what you're thinking. And we hope to see you out here. I'm not sure if you want to be out here, but
You don't want to be out here.
we hope to see you out here.
We'll see you out here.
All right, boondocking, here we come.
All right.
Boondocking.
Boondocking. Boondocking.
Boondocking now.
Boondocking.
Ooh,
Boondocking.
I kind of like the boondocking though.
Boondocking. What was boom mean?
I don't know. We should figure something out. Like music, we arrive and we just start going into music.
We're going down a rabbit hole. We're going to change the
Okay.
entire industry. The whole RV industry will change because from boom to boom.
Okay, well my arm's getting sore from holding this camera.
I can tell it's shaking.